watching a master at work.
Alright, so I'm wiring my windshield wipers here. If you don't have the diagram for this plug, this is how you do it. So you have the wiper motor and you're doing a chassis harness on your own without the factory wiring stuff or the plug. This top left pin is constant power or switch power, whatever you want. It's constant on mine, so I do constant. This one right here, this left pin, is ground, constant ground. And then it changes the pins based on what you want. So this top pin, this pin right here, the middle one, this guy, one of the far right and the top, that's low speed. The pin in between this pin and this pin you don't need. That's like the return, like timing crap. So I want mine on high speed, so I wired this one to ground. So you run that to ground, you run this to ground, and you run this to power. So how you hook this up on, it needs to be a relay, because if you run a fuse circuit it will pop the fuse. It needs to generate high current. So the ground comes in from both of those. So the high speed ground goes on this, and then I have the constant ground from a relay I ran. It goes to a pin on a relay. So it grounds onto the relay. This red wire goes to my switch. And you run the switch to fused power. Power right here. And then I've powered the relay as well on the power side. There's a constant power side, which I just temporarily ran to here, but you want to run that to fused power, so I don't have it on fused. So you want to run this 86 pin. See if I can see what this is. Here in the sun it's kind of dark a little bit. Ground to the relay, and you run it to you run the powered side of the relay, the output power, the switched, to the power of the wiper motor. You run constant power from the battery to this relay, and then I ran the power from the switch to this. So the switch is just inline of power. So when it has constant battery power, so when I turn off this kill switch it doesn't get constant power anymore. That's the only difference. So when you turn this on, it gets power from the battery, and then that powers the relay. So the relay is energized, and it's got a break in the circuit currently, so I have the wiper button right here is in line for that power to the actual wiper. So when I click the wiper button on, wipers work, and it's only one speed. So yeah, that's what you want to do for that. But there's two grounds. That's what the problem is. So you run constant power, on my case it's switch power to it, and ground, but that doesn't work. That only grounds the motor. To actual energize the motor, you need to ground what speed you want, since there's more pins. So I grounded the high speed, so that's what you're going to have to do to get it to work. So I'll just show you that again. When this is energized, I have my switch. You switch it, and then when you don't have battery power to it, it doesn't work. So yeah, that's that. And then secure the relay, run the relay the relay constant power to a fuse circuit, and then ground the relay, and then ground the motor twice to what speed you want. That's that. Alright, so I got the wipers and all that stuff done. I got the neon light ran. The only thing I gotta figure out is where this damn coolant drip is coming from. It's only when the thermostat is pressurized. I don't know if I have too high of a cap or the seal isn't working, but it only does it after the car's been up to temp, and then it sits, and then it's just like a tiny dribble if you see it. This is over like a week, but I cleaned everything. I just tightened all the caps and stuff. So I don't know, hopefully this thing isn't leaking again. I checked, there's no condensation, or saturation I should say, around here. So I don't know, I'm guessing it's possibly this thermostat right here, this housing gasket. I reused it, but I didn't see any for sale. You can see that little bit of saturation. I think that's what it is, but that's gonna be a cunt and a half to get out if I have to replace it. I really don't want to be ghetto, but dude, like, this car has just been pissing me off. Just always something little. So I'm either gonna just refill it all the time or just freaking RTV the shit out of this thing because I'm tired of this stupid piece of crap. So whatever. I put a new thermostat in it, so I don't know why the hell it's doing this, but it doesn't want to be drifted apparently. I mean, it runs and stuff, so it's not a problem. It's just eventually it'll be a big problem. And leaks, you can't have leaks and shit, so I don't know. It's probably just thermal expansion of the rubber, and then when it cools down it leaks by, or I have no idea. So I just need to figure that out. I'm just tired of it. I'm done with it. I kicked the brake light wire and ripped it off because my giant ass freaking feet. I hate these things. I wish I had smaller feet. Size 15, it kind of pisses me off because you can't get in somewhere, so I'll have to have Trevor come by when he gets the shifter bushing off that we put on from CBF Performance. I don't like the shifter. I would recommend not buying one. The guy's name's Jason Farmer. He's a good dude. Like, he seems like he's good. I mean, he answered all my questions and he's been trying to help me work out all the issues with my shifter not going into gear and stuff. And he said apparently I'm the only one with problems, which I doubt. I'm the only one that's probably spoken about it. So he 3D printed the shifter, bushing the lockout, so that's not good. It wiggles and rotates, and he was like, well, it's the first generation and blah blah blah, or second generation, so it's a problem. I'll send you a metal one. So whatever, he sent me that. I'm still waiting for that. But I just feel like with the money I spent, it was like $300 and some odd. The money I spent, the thing should work. It's not a freaking like prototype, like consumer test. Like, they didn't send me it for free and say, hey, test this and let us know if it works, and if it does, you keep it. I paid money for it, and I waited like 3 months to get the stupid shifter. So it's just unacceptable to me to spend that kind of money and have the shifter not work. I can't downshift into third. Once I get into fourth, the lockout jiggles the shifter. It's just a pain in the ass, and I'm tired of it. I just hate buying products that people say work and are good and are better than this company, blah blah blah, and you buy them, and it was a group buy. It took 3 months, and you're like, oh, sorry, it's still in production, I gotta wait until it gets finished. Oh, I'll ship it out. Oh, should have been there by now. Oh, sorry, blah blah blah. Just excuse after excuse. And eventually, I just back and forth on the Instagram, I was talking to him, and he just basically tried to tell me that it's either user installer error or the transmission has a problem. And I have a 0 mile brand new rebuilt 08 350Z transmission from a reputable ASC certified transmission rebuilding shop. They have a 30,000 mile warranty, and it works completely fine. I've shifted it. It works fine. We tested it on the ground with a different shifter. And so I was just tired of that, so I ordered a Serial 9, so hopefully that one works, because if not, I'm just going to be pissed. I would like to use what Trevor's used, but they don't have them. It's a Mazworks one. I can't find any on the internet, so I don't know what to do. I'll have to figure out what to do with that, but yeah, so there's all the information for this. Hopefully you guys get some feedback from this. The tranny tunnel took a while to get in, so yeah, so subscribe, let your friends know. Alright, so I got my car back home. It's in the garage here. Kind of cleaned stuff up a little bit. I didn't really video the whole like painting and stuff like that. My memory card ran out of footage, but if you want to check out the video of all this stuff getting put together and assembled, other than the vlog that I posted, go to Motion Auto TV's channel. It's my buddy Trevor. He helped me with all this stuff. That's his channel. He's got 4 episodes, I think, on the whole build process, but I can show you everything here. So here's the engine bay and the bash bar, the custom fabricated intercooler pipe that they did, David and Trevor. I'm pretty sure there's only, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 clamps and 4 couplers. Before I had like 12. It's freaking crazy. But you got this crazy bend on the swirl pot, but this thing works really nice. There's been some growing pains and stuff. I gotta fix a coolant leak down there, but it's just because the hose isn't tight. There's some pinholes and stuff just because the aluminum's a real big pain to weld. We're not really pros or anything, but engine bay's nice. Just gotta figure out how to mount this a little bit better. Did the throttle body track delete on that, cut that out. Got the Summit fans, those things drop coolant tips like instantly, man, it's crazy. So did all that stuff. I don't know if the battery is still turned on, but I can double check. Yeah, it still is. Let's see if it has a draw. But I could show you basically the whole switch paneling and stuff. I'm gonna get a spare passenger seat and get the body kit all fixed up and whatnot, but the CBF performance shifter, I'm not really happy with it. 3D printed the lockout kit, as you can see. Let me take it out of gear here. It spins around, so it like messes up the gear changes. You can't get it into gear and all this weird stuff. So I'm just not really happy with that. So I ordered a Serial 9 shifter, but I accidentally kicked the brake light loose, so I gotta get that fixed, but no big deal. This doesn't all work unless you connect the main switch. So all the gauges are wired. They work, but they're wired to the headlights for the backlights. Fuel pump works, obviously. I gotta wire the wipers, but the other one is the party lights. So this all works and underneath and stuff, just with one switch, so it's nice and easy. I got the remote for the other one, but basically that's it. I got my quick release, all that kind of stuff. Gonna get rid of this seat here soon. Just kind of waiting on some stuff to pan out. So I have some new wheels for the front. I need to buy tires, but these are the wheels. Like Volk knockoffs, I think. But I need to get some shorty lug nuts to fit the wheels on here. I haven't messed with them though because I don't have tires, so these 18s don't clear the pocket on my GK Tech angle kit. They're pretty dope and stuff, but I'm just going to use them for burners and sell these tires. Using the Nankang NS2Rs, they're pretty dope. Bumper and all that stuff, but hopefully once my buddy Brandon in Denver, one of my good friends, drifter buddies, I met a bunch of them. He's a good dude, I've known him for a while. Finish up my livery, I'm going to put that on hopefully. I lowered the rear a little bit so it's not too monster truck as much anymore. The front I'm not going to lower, I'm going to keep it the same, just put 17s on it. Hopefully it doesn't lower it too much because it barely fits on the trailer now, but basically got that swirl pot set up, a turbo blanket, custom downpipe and exhaust, all V-band. I need to figure out something with this idle air control valve and the basically the exhaust valve cover vent and the intake valve cover vent. I was gonna buy 2 catch cans and run them both to each in line, so I'm not building up pressure and stuff, but I still gotta figure some of this stuff out. I just gotta wire stuff, and got the cutoff wired in for Pro-Am. Pretty much a dope car, like just so pumped that all this stuff is finally working and everything's going good, and just hope that I can shred it and not have any problems. So stay tuned for all of the updates for that. I'm gonna see if I can try and make next weekend's drift event on the 18th of February, I think. I don't know, I'm kind of trying to figure that out. I got like 1 pair of tires, so I don't really think it'd be worth spending the 40 bucks or whatever, I don't know. Driving it up there, towing it up there for like an hour worth of driving. Be cool to test it and figure it out, but I'd rather just get it all put together 100% and try not to beat on it too much until it's 100% done and all that stuff. But that ISR radiator works pretty good so far. Had to cut the core support, but everything seems to work good. This thing is really freaking fast for a stock ECU, stock injector 1J. Like, it's just nuts how Toyota built these things. They're just like, they're ridiculous. Like they're backwards. It's weird. Like they just run. They're reliable. They make power. They're fairly cheap in my opinion compared to what you get for what you're paying. An LS you make similar power for the same price. So this is like half the displacement. So I don't know. I just like turbo noises and the pull of them. They're just dope. V8s are just kind of boring. They're loud, raspy, annoying, and don't really require any throttle commitment. You can pedal them, and I hate that. I absolutely don't drive like that. I just dislike them whatsoever. It's cool in other cars and stuff. It's just not my cup of tea, so
it's kind of just like turbo stuff, man. It rips. So subscribe to my channel. I'll have more stuff coming up. A lot of you guys hit me up on Instagram and Facebook for questions and stuff. Keep doing that. Tell your friends. I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm not too serious. I kind of mess around. So any videos you see me and Trevor's YouTube, Motion Auto TV or anything, that's me just messing around, man. I'm super laid back. So I might be moving to Arizona shortly. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully that works out. Be able to do a lot more Pro-Am and have access to a lot better opportunities down there as far as like fab, you know, scene, jobs, stuff like that. So just might have that work out. But stay tuned for all the updates, and let me know if you guys want to see something specific or have any questions on anything. I'll be happy to answer. So, all right.